don't want to be involved in the business, that means you probably need to buy a bigger business that has a team with a general manager in place.
So I'm in After Effects. This will be the video I will be breaking down. If you want the Premiere Pro tutorial, it's also in the description, or you can check out my channel as well. So now I will just move to Premiere Pro. So I am not the original creator as usual. This is just an example of a video I found on Instagram, so you can follow along and I will break down all the steps that we can use to create these. So now I will just move into Premiere Pro. Here I will click on solid fill, and now I will go to effects section and I will search for 4-color gradient. Now if we see in our original video, this is our original video, we have this color. So let's just do that. So first of all, this is the blue part, so I will just drag these points to something like this. We can always adjust them later, but I am just doing it like this. Now I will just select the blue color and I will just simply move and I will create it to something like this. Now I will use this dropper tool to copy this color to this side as well, and the other two I will change them to white like this. So you can see our and this is done. We can always adjust these like here and like this as well. We can do that like here. So this will just give us a small effect. Now I will just simply go in the effects section and I will search for grid. I will just go and I will just make sure to change the size from to width and height sliders, and it will give us this look. I will just go here and I will change its color to black, and from here you can adjust the width and height of your grid. And if we scroll down, we can also make sure to make it like this. And now I am just going to change this to screen, or we can go on multiply. Now it will be like this. So I will just simply decrease the opacity to something like here. Now I will just press Ctrl D to make a copy of this solid fill layer, and now I will scroll down and I will delete the grid from the background like this. And now I will just select this ellipse tool and make sure the layer is selected, so we will create a mask. So let's just do that to this extent. I will press V, so you can see our mask will be looking like this. If you want to make it much better, you can always bring on your like this. Now it will be like here looking like this. Now I will just simply go in the mask section, and in here I will increase the mask feather to something like this. You can also go and adjust the opacity more. So I think this is okay. Now let's just move to the next animation. So first animation we will be creating will be this background. 3 layers we have, so these are just simple steps. We have to just copy the colors. So I will just simply zoom it in like this, and first of all I will make sure no layer is selected. I will choose the ellipse tool and I will hold shift on my keyboard to create a perfect circle. I will press V to something. I will just make it like here. Now I will just go in the property section. Here is the property sections, and in the fill color I will select the dropper tool and I will choose this color. So this is done. Now I will just make sure to press Ctrl D to make a copy of this. I will press S to scale it down to something like here. I will select the dropper tool and I will make the color next. Now again, as usual, I will press Ctrl D to make another copy, press S for scale, and I will decrease its scale to something like here. And as usual, I will copy this fill color. Now we have to just simply adjust these in the middle. Now let's just go in essentials and I will just select it and I will make the anchor point in the middle from this like here, so that the animation isn't looking bad. So you can see the anchor point is in the middle of all the layers. So this is the most effective thing we can do. Now once this is done, I will just simply press S on the first one and I will just hold and create a keyframe at the end, and at the starting I will make this to 0. Now I will move to the other as well. I will press S, and you can also copy my settings. I will press 0 again, and in here I will press S for the keyframe. I will bring it on here, and at the starting I will make it to 0. I will now select all of these. I will press F9 and I will move into the graph editor. This is the graph editor, and I will just press here. You have to edit in this speed graph, not this graph. So make sure to change that, and I will just make our all the graphs to something like this, so it will be giving us this animation. Now I will just simply offset these layers so that they will appear one after one. So you can see like this. Perfect. I can also go in the end keyframe of this and I will make this scale a bit bigger. I will hit on position to adjust it right here. So this is how this will be done. This diff color may be different, but we can always adjust it. And if I see in the solid, this one, I will go to fax control, I will select the color gradient and I will just simply bring it like here, and I will just select this as well and I will make it like this. So I will go in here in the blue color, let's just select a different shade of blue. So I will copy this color, so you can always adjust these values, this doesn't make any difference. Now next we have to bring in our image, so I will go in the project section and first of all we have to bring in the building image. So if we see this, I think this is the one. I will just simply bring it onto my timeline. I will just press S for scale and I will just make sure to make it bigger, and let me just go to the end and I want it to be on the middle of all these animations. So I think this will look pretty much accurate here. This is here. Now I will just simply select and I will make its anchor point in the middle. Now I will just move here, I will add a scale keyframe and I will bring this forward, and at the starting I will just simply zoom it in like this. I will press S, sorry, I will select both keyframes and I will ease in them, and in here in the graph editor I will adjust its graph to something like here. So you can see this will be our whole animation. You can always bring these forward. I will just bring this forward right here like this. Perfect. Now next thing we want to do is to create this text animation. So to do that, let me just make sure to just disable everything so we have a lot of space. First of all, I will just select the text tool and I will go here, and now the first text will be if you, and the font I will be using will be Arial, and I will just move in here. I will search for Arial. I will choose Arial regular, and in here I will just simply decrease its font size. Now this is done. I will just press Ctrl D to make a copy. I will press P for position and I will bring this downwards and I will move it to this side. Now the next text in the same font is involved in the business, so let me just type that like this, and I will just simply press it again, press P for position properties, and I will adjust it to something like this. And in here let me just make the font size smaller. We can always adjust it like this as well. Now I will make a copy of this one. I will bring this to middle because it will be in the middle, and I will just bring it downwards. Now don't wanna be, so I will just do that. First letter will be capital. I will just simply select it, go, and I will choose bold from here, and I will increase the bold font size, and I will just make it like this. And in the fill section I will choose this color. I think this will be better according to our reference, and I will select if you layer and I will drag, sorry, not from here, I will drag it like, sorry, let me just make it right here. I will bring this to something like this, and I will just make sure to make it like this. Now our text are ready. Now let's just animate it. So the plugin I will be using will be this one. I got it from Instagram from a creator, I don't know the name, remember. So now I will just simply select if you, and I will press on this bounce animation. So it is done. I will do the same with all the other layers as well. Now I will just simply offset the layers like this so that they will appear one after another like this. So this is how it will be done, and this is, I think, perfect animation. Now moving forward we will have the next animation. So I will just simply make sure to select all of the layers except our background and this grid one, and I will just delete it. We do not need the, sorry, we have to, sorry, we need the grid, so we will not delete the grid. Let me just press shift and select all the shape layer, and I will delete, sorry, not this, I will press here. So I will delete these and our grid will be like with us. So now I will just simply move in the project section, and next if we see the building, this isn't the one, this isn't the one, I think this is the building we will need in this frame. So I will just simply bring it on. I will press Ctrl Shift D to delete the starting part. I will press S for scale, and I will just make sure to bring it onto our screen to something like this. Now we have to create this line animation. So this is pretty much simple. If you want, you can also create it in After Effects, but I have an image, so I will be just simply using a few mask properties to animate this. And as usual, I will delete the starting part and I will press S on my keyboard. Let's just make it bigger. I will press R to change its rotation a bit like this, and I will bring this layer down so that it will appear behind it. Now I want to change its color because I think it is not looking that much good. I will hit on P to replace and position it like this. I will go to effects section and I will search for tint. I will apply the tint effect to this. Let me just copy these colors like this. So I think this is pretty much better. I will just simply move and I will select this. So this is right here, and I will just adjust the amount of tint to something like this. Perfect. Now I will just simply select it, select the pen tool, and I will create a random mask around this like here. Now I will just simply go in the mask. I will go in mask 1. I will add a mask path keyframe and I will bring this forward, and at the starting I will just simply drag this to outside like this. So if we play, it will be giving us this animation. But if we see, we can see we can also add some mask feather, so it will be looking like this. So I think this is pretty much better. I will bring this here and you can see it will be looking like this. You can also make sure to do that. Now I will just simply copy one of this text animations and I will bring it on to something like here. Now you probably need to buy, so let me just type in that. So it will be like this, and let me just go and I will just make it like this. I will just change it to bold and I will decrease the font size, but I think regular will look much better, so I will have to make it a bit bigger. I think this will look cute, sorry, right, cute, not that will look good here. I will press F9 to these to ease in like this. Perfect. Now if we move, we have the other text bigger. So let me just copy this text again and I will bring this down, and let me just type in bigger, and the business will be like here. So I will just simply select both and I will just make them bigger, and I think they are bold. So let me just first place them. I will select the bigger one right here. I will just go in the fill section and I will change its fill color to blue like this, and in here I will change it to bold, and I will select the A and let me just make it like this. So I think it will be cool here. Let me just bring it on forward and I will press Ctrl D again, and I will bring this layer forward, and let me just press V to like here, and now I will type in business like here. Perfect. So it will be like this. Let me just place it. A bigger will be smaller than a business, so let me just do that like this, like this. So if we play it now, it will be giving us this animation. You can always adjust these like this. So this is how it will be done. And now if we have these animations, so these are pretty much simple. Again, I will just simply go in my project section, and in here let me just scroll down. So we have these images. I will bring them to my timeline. Let me just drag them forward where we need it. So I think it will be right here, and if we select this, this will be also placed here. I will press Ctrl Shift D to delete the start of it. Now it will be like this. Now the first thing I will do is to bring the general manager here, and then we will have all the team members. So I will just select all of them, press S, and let's just make them smaller, and I will bring it on like this. I will press P on the keyboard, sorry, Shift P like this. It will open the position properties. So I will just simply adjust these like here. So these will be like, and this is the image I forgot. Now if we see, the scale of these are different. So first of all, I will just simply go on the effects section. Let me just select one of the layer. For example, I will select this one. I will apply drop shadow to it, and in here I will increase the opacity and increase the softness as well, and if you want, you can change the direction of it as well. So I will just simply make it like this. I will copy the drop shadow, sorry, not I will copy the drop shadow and I will paste them to all the layers, so you can see our background will be visible. Now this is done, and let me just adjust the scale of these. So I think this scale is pretty much better. It's all about the adjustment, so we have to give it a few minutes. And then this one, So it will be like this, and I will copy the drop shadow and I will apply it to the general manager as well. So this is how it will be done. So let me just do that, and it will be right here. Now I will just simply select all of these, like here I will press S and I will add scale keyframes to all the layers, and at this point make sure it's like this, and I will now select it, and I will make sure one thing, that all the anchor points are in the middle of these layers so that the animation doesn't become completely wrong. So I think it will be okay. Now one by one just make the starting values to 0, like this. Now I will select all the scale keyframes at the end and I will bring them forward. Let me just select all of the keyframes. I will go in the bounce plugin and I will apply smart bounce like this. Sorry, we have to do it one by one, so let's just do it one by one, like this. Now the main thing will be happening here. I will just simply move to the end point like this, and I think this isn't looking cool, so let me just bring the scale here. I will hit on shift P for position, and I think it's aligned now. Now let me just see the animation. It will be looking like this. So I will bring the general manager to the end, and let's just see. This is the one, this is the this, and these are placed good. So I will just offset these layers, so after one animation is finished the other will appear, and you can bring the general manager to at this position. Now if we play this whole scene, it will give us this animation like here. Perfect. So this is how you can create these. Now if we move to the next other animation, so these are the animations. These are pretty much simple and easy to create, so I won't be doing that. So this is all for today's tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. If you found it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye.